It's Ash from Super Videos, back for another video for Season 9 of The Walking Dead. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the main event of the last episode, which was the X-Scar reveals. We're going to look at whether the X-Scar reveal was underwhelming, or the explanation or the origin of it was underwhelming. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I loved the idea, the concept of what they did with Michonne and Daryl having gone through that and having crossed the red line that they have for themselves and doing something that they would have never done before and killing kids, which is something you can't really get over that easily. So I loved the concept. I loved the idea. There were definitely loopholes and it wasn't executed to perfection. So first, before I even get into the negative stuff, I'm going to talk a little bit more about what I loved about it. So I absolutely loved a couple things. One is, like I said, them showing how desperate Michonne and Daryl got and having to cross certain boundaries that they had for themselves or certain red lines in order to protect the ones that they love. Absolutely loved that. The other thing, which connects to this, is Michonne killing other children to save her own child. And that being a huge thing for her and something that changes her whole perception on trusting people. I absolutely love that. The other part, I loved that we saw Michonne seeing someone that she knows and that pushing her to let her guard down and to trust her and to basically not really suspect anything is going on until it really comes back and bites her in the ass. So I really loved that as well. And I absolutely loved that they had an Easter egg about a specific reunion that happens way later on in the comics with Michonne and someone else. I loved how they did that. I think that was a cool nod to the comic material and it was a great Easter egg. I don't think it's going to replace that, but I do think that it was a cool idea that they did. The other thing that I absolutely loved is that the scar that they had is not only a memory of what happened to them, but it's a memory of what they did to the children. So I think that was another part of it that I absolutely loved. Now, mix that with the fact that they played with the story so that the current storyline with the Whisperers kind of feeds into and works with the flashbacks that they showed. From Judith going missing to Michonne trying to find her and all of that. I absolutely loved all of that. The problem is that it wasn't executed right. I mean, I don't understand the concept of putting a branding on someone when you're gonna kill them. I know they explained it by saying that you want to mark the kill and it's a way for Jocelyn to desensitize the kids to killing and make them be proud of what they have done. I understand all of that. I understand what they were going for. But why would you brand them? And especially, why in the same exact place? It just doesn't make sense. To me, that was a big stretch. That was something that took me out of that moment. They obviously had to do it because if they didn't, there would be no mystery. But I just thought that the way they made it play out was not done well. They could have definitely done that a lot better. The other part of it that I don't understand is how this has impacted Michonne to a point where she doesn't even want to trust the others that she knows. Like Maggie, like the Hilltop, people at the Hilltop. And it seems like they hyped this up so much, making us believe that this was somehow also connected to the beef between the communities, where when it wasn't, it was a disappointment. You know what I mean? So I feel like there was something about that where I felt like this was connected to the communities having problems, but it wasn't. And I feel like it was just underwhelming for the amount of hype that it had going into it. Not only the X-Scars, but also the beef between the communities. Because for those of you that missed it, the only reason the communities had beef was because Tara stole the medicine from Alexandria. This was revealed a couple episodes ago in a flashback. And I feel like if that was it, then it was underwhelming. It was like a waste of story in a way. To build it up that much, and that's the answer, that's the resolution, it just felt very, very underwhelming. Same with the X-Scars. There was a lot of hype. It didn't pay off. It was like awesome, you know, it's great that we're seeing this transition in Michonne and we're kind of seeing all of this happen. But first, the branding, like I said, doesn't make sense. But the other side of it, does it live up to expectations? No, it doesn't, to me at least. But I'm definitely interested to know everyone's opinions about this. What did you think about the X-Scars explanation? Did you think it was underwhelming or not? That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video. If you like what you see, press like, subscribe for more content, and press the bell button to receive notifications for daily uploads.